Well, welcome to day 3 of coverage at our 4X Chairman's Challenge, and this is the under-20 clash, basically the grand final of the under-20s, with Brisbane winning their first game over Ipswich by 26 points to 18, and Gold Coast, the big winners over the Ipswich Diggers 44-6 yesterday. So the winner of this clash is going to go a long way to winning the Chairman's Challenge, and we've been underway now for roughly 30 seconds. And Gold Coast 20 metres out from their own line on the first set. Just some basic hit-ups to open the clash, and an offload, just as I say that, an offload by the Gold Coast is knocked on, and Brisbane now will get the first opportunity to attack the Gold Coast line, 20 metres out with the scrum feed. As you can probably hear in the mics there, it's very windy here again for the third day of the challenge there. We've had some rain this morning, just under 5 mil of rain. Playing on field 2 today. All games have been on field 1, but it's field 2 for the first game, and then we're moving back to field 1, I think, for the other 2 games. So Brisbane win the scrum, and they are now 15 metres out from the line, ready to attack the Gold Coast line. And it goes to their halfback there. I just haven't got the updated team list quite with me at the moment, but we'll endeavour to get you as many names of players as they do score or they do exceptional things. And it goes to the Brisbane half. That's Corey Hurgens. So it's out there. The back line goes to their 5'8". Their fullback chimes into the line, and that's William Boland. He's taken 5 metres short, and it's the last tackle. Gold Coast defence very good so far. Let's see if they can hold out the last tackle. The ball goes up, it's floating. It's taken by their centre, number 4. And on my list, it's just not available at the moment. So, but it's definitely a try. So Brisbane, after only 2 minutes of the game, they're the first to score. They're 4 with a kick to come. Gold Coast yet to score, and that's exactly the start that Brisbane were after. And obviously Gold Coast, they weren't expecting this so early in there, but when you make an error on the first set, obviously you're going to be under heavy pressure, and that's what they were. And the bomb went up. Their centre, big fella, he jumped higher than the rest of them. He picked it off Aussie rule style, placed it over the line, and they're the first to hit the scoreboard. So their number 6, Cody Hunter, will now look to stretch the lead from 4 to 6. Not a very difficult kick. The wind has died down a little bit, so that'll help him. I presume he'll just whack it straight towards the middle of the post. And he does exactly that. And Brisbane, after, just a bit hard to see the scoreboard here, after 3 minutes of play, Brisbane are 6, Gold Coast yet to score. They've only had the ball for 3 tackles, and they made an error early. And that error early has proved costly. And Brisbane 6, Gold Coast yet to score in this Chairman's Challenge. I'm supposed to be joined by Brad Talon. He's just run a little bit late through traffic. I can see him rushing up here now. And here's Brisbane straight from the kickoff. A big break down the far side by their winger, number 5, which is Jackson Knott. So from the kickoff now, and that's going to be a penalty. Yeah, rightly so. A great break from the kickoff. He's swerved through the defence. He raced upfield about 60 metres, and now they're 20 metres out from the try line. And they've got a penalty, so they've got another full set of 6, and let's see whether Gold Coast can hold out this time. They couldn't last time, but it was from a kick. The defence was okay. Just the ball up in the air proved the problem. So we get the ball back to the Brisbane, and they go on the attack, and it goes through the number 11, Charlie Coxon Barker, who passes it on, and they're held out from the line. Oh, he's knocked it on at dummy half, yes. Exactly what the Gold Coast needed, that little bobble at dummy half. So, which puts them on the back foot. So, Gold Coast survived. They wouldn't have wanted to be 12-0 down after 5 minutes. Gold Coast feed. In and out. And it comes out. And a huge tackle lifted off the ground. It could have got into a dangerous position, but he put him down gently, so all averted, injuries averted, report averted. So they get up, they play the ball. Now they must hold it for the 6. The Brisbane defence very, very quick off the line to meet the attackers. Well, I thought it was Brad coming, but obviously not. And the kick goes downfield, not a very long kick. The fullback rushes the ball back, and that's the first tackle. And William Boland is playing it on the halfway line. Another little bobble, but no, it wasn't called knock on this occasion. So Brisbane on the attack. Foxtel just telling me I owe their bill. It's coming. Brisbane now, 25 metres out. The third tackle. All played on the old rules. A great ball out wide. The centre out wide there. Jermaine Budsley just bobbled it a bit. Otherwise, we could have got it clean. Could have got it to the winger, and it could have been another try. It's the last tackle. They put the kick through. I think it's knocked on by the Gold Coast. And the referee says yes, it is. So it's been all Brisbane so far. And it's going to be a little bit more Brisbane coming towards Gold Coast as they will be attacking the line 10 metres out. So let's see whether Gold Coast can hold on. The possession's been all Brisbane so far. It's been all Brisbane, actually, the whole game. Only been going 7 minutes, so possession will swing around like as it normally does. Ball in, out. They go the blind side to the big fella, and they won't stop him out wide. Jermaine Bolsey scores out wide. And Brisbane now, they're on fire. Brisbane 10 with a kick to come from out wide. Gold Coast yet to score. Gold Coast haven't had the ball much. They've had it for 2 sets, and it's lasted 3 tackles the first time and 2 tackles the second time. So if they don't hold on to the ball, surely this could get a little bit ugly going on, but I'm sure they will settle themselves down. I'm sure the coach is sending the water runners out there now to say, just settle down, hold it for 6, get a good kick away. The kick wasn't a real good kick. It made it 10 metres over the halfway line, so they were never going to have the field position going into it. And Brisbane have been down there 3 times, have scored 2 tries, and it's now their 5-8 again. In Cody Hunter, who will take the kick from out wide. He's 1 from 1 currently. Hits it into the wind, and that's it. The wind has got hold of it, as you can see from the vision, and the conversion is unsuccessful, but it's Brisbane Red who are on fire here at the moment. They're 10, Gold Coast yet to score. Gold Coast need a big kick downfield, and they need to hold them down here and try and find the error, which so far they haven't been able to do. So they go for touch, and that's. If he would have got the ball, it wouldn't have gone deep, but he's knocked it on, and a knock on means that Gold Coast will get the feed, and they'll be 30 metres out from the try line now. So a big chance now for them to go on the attack for the first time down the far end. So it goes in, goes out, and they take the first hit up. They're 20 metres out, so they've been doing defending. Let's see what they've got in attack this time, the Gold Coast side. So the Brisbane defence very physical at the moment. Ball comes out, long ball from their 5-8 out wide to the 3. He's pulled down just a tad short. The 3's Jack Ward. So the ball comes back the other way to their 6, which is Tyler Hand. He had a very good game yesterday for Gold Coast against the Ipswich Digger side. they'll probably rely on him a fair bit. His kicking game, his passing game. So Brisbane up very well. And this is the last tackle, and it's about the same position where they had the first play the ball. So they go to put the kick through, and Brisbane defended really well. And it's the big number 17 charging upfield. The 17 is Leonard Burns. So he took it in a slips catch, got rid of the first one, and charged up about 20 metres. And the first little acid test for Brisbane, they survive. They lead this clash 10 points to nil in this 4X Chairman's Challenge, day 3. This is our last day of the Chairman's Challenge. So the winner of this game more than likely can win the Chairman's Challenge, even though there is points for the first half, 2 for the first half, 2 for the second, and 2 for the winner of the game. And Gold Coast won all 6 points yesterday. Brisbane only got 4 against against Ipswich on the Friday night. So technically, if Brisbane were to win the game and Gold Coast win a half, they'll end on the same amount of points, and then it'll go back to for and against. And then if that's equal, it'll go back to tries, and then we go down the list. We can go down to penalties. So that's how low we will go down, back to the old Commonwealth Bank Cup days, where that's how the winner was decided. If draws and different things happen, and a big kick downfield, win behind him there. If it was angled more towards the touchline, it would have found it. Would have been a great 40-20, but fortunately did. But the fullback for Brisbane is on fire. But William Boland, another great run by him. He caught the ball 10 metres out from his try line and made it all the way up to the 30-metre line. So Brisbane now rucking it out from their own half. They've made it 40 metres out from their try line. And the referee says, nah, you got your hand in the tackle there. You're trying to slow it down too much, and that's not how I want you to tackle him and roll off and let him play the game. We want to see a nice, fast, expansive game. And now Brisbane go on the attack again. They've been down here and they've scored 2 tries, and they've nearly got over for another one earlier. So they're 40 metres out, 6 tackles. Can Gold Coast hold them out? 10-0 to Brisbane currently. Or bobble by the 16 for Brisbane. So it's a 7 that's gone through. He just couldn't get their hands. He had 3 players, the 8, the 4, and the 2 all out here. And they keep coming this way through the number 8 with his Jajan Ravaro. And they've just gone behind. I've got a big crane in front of me there. So down in that far corner, vision from where I'm standing is limited. So, but no try has been scored in that corner. Brisbane obviously losing the ball, which means Gold Coast will have the feed. So they've held on. 50-50 rate so far down there. They've been down there 4 times. And Brisbane scored twice, and they've missed out twice. So they'll get the ball now. We've been going 19, oh no, there was only 30 minutes in this game. So we've been going 13 minutes of this under-20s clash on the 3rd day of our 4X Chairman's Challenge here at the South Dakota Ridgefields, Brandon Park. And Gold Coast with ball in hand, 20 metres out. They've only been in the opposition's half once there for 1 full set of 6. The rest of the time, the ball's been played up this end of the field. And the Brisbane defence has been very strong. So, and a charge down. They've got the ball back, and that's going to be 6 to go. I believe I haven't seen the referee signal 6 to go, but I think he's put his hand out now to say that's 1. So that would be the second tackle. The charge down by the Brisbane defence as Gold Coast make their way over the halfway line now. Over the halfway line by about 8 metres. And charging upfield. And that's a penalty that Gold Coast really need. Currently down at 10 points to 0 to this Brisbane side. they'd opened their challenge in blistering form in the first half. They led Ipswich 26-0 at half time. And then they seemed to turn off in the second half. Ipswich won the second half 18-0. But they still had enough points in hand. The ball goes to Tyler Hand. Oh, and an intercept averted. The number 2, Pamove Yana, if he got hold of that, he could have been off and gone down the touchline, but unfortunately he just couldn't go to hand, and he's put the ball down, which will give Gold Coast another 6 tackles, 20 metres out from the Brisbane line. The Brisbane defence has been very strong so far, and they will look to hold out. Out again, Tyler Hand sending instructions to the fullback there, and a little set play. The 14 picks it up, goes to the 17, back to Tyler Hand. The defence comes out quite wide. He's had to jink back infield, and he'll take tackle number 1. He's lost the ball, yes. He's got up to play the ball, and it's come out. He has a few words to the referee saying wide, come out, but the referee won't have any of it. He'll say, no, you've lost it. And Gold Coast's chance down here is now evaporated. So Brisbane now 10 metres out from their own line, but they will get the scrum feed and more than likely win the scrum. I said that yesterday, and we had a scrum win against the feed. So it's never 100%, probably 99%. As a great ball gets out, and has he got enough pace? He looks like he's got enough pace. Great run by the big fella out wide, but he flicks it back in. It's knocked, and Gold Coast picked the ball up through Tyler Hand. But a Brisbane raid, the ball. So a big run by Brisbane down the far side there. The big fella from Gold Coast got across there. Just had enough pace to reach out and grab him by the jersey. He was going over the sideline. He threw it back in. Brisbane dropped it. Gold Coast picked it up. And Gold Coast survive a loopy pass, and the ball goes to ground. That 4 was Brent Barnes out there. He just had enough pace to get the flying winger from the far side. So that was Jackson Knott on the far side, who showed tremendous pace. He just needed another kilometre of pace, and he would have been away, and I'd say he would have been scoring under the post. But all averted, and we back to the action as Gold Coast through their number 13, which is Luke Linden. He's been in the play. Tyler Hand kicks across field for the 5, and the ball bounces up perfectly for Joshua Evans. Was put across a little bit hard. The ball bounced up perfectly into Jackson Evans' arm, and he grabbed the ball. He's put it down, and Gold Coast, they've finally got themselves onto the board. Gold Coast 4 with a kick to come from out wide. Brisbane 10. So Josh Evans had a great game yesterday. The first half yesterday he was in awesome form. And scoring a couple of tries yesterday, so showed a bit of pace yesterday, and he was always in the right position. He got outside the Ipswich wingers on several occasions yesterday and made quite an impact. And the Brisbane defence, which has been so good so far, it held on and had to take a kick over the top, but Tyler Hand has seen that the Brisbane defence had come infield, so decided, well, if we can't break them through the middle there, we'll go over the top. And he put it over the top pinpoint, and Evans collects the ball out wide and puts it down. And now it's up to Tyler Hand from right out on the sideline. Got the wind behind him, so distance is not going to be a worry, it's just going to be the accuracy. So Brisbane 10, Gold Coast 4. Hand sweeps the hand, the old golf action. Comes back, hits it well, hits it pretty straight, hits it more than pretty straight, hits it straight over the black dot. The both judges put the flags up, and Gold Coast, and they're 6, Brisbane 10, exactly what Gold Coast needed. After it's been all Brisbane so far, and we've been going 20 minutes so far. So Gold Coast 6, Brisbane 10. So Gold Coast have got the breeze at the moment. So, and a little bobble from the 17 for Gold Coast. So hopefully this is a momentum. If you're a Gold Coast fan, they're on the board now, and the big 21 goes upfield. They put the kick in early, downfield. The Chargers getting back to the Brisbane fullback. William Boland. He's got a little bit of work to do. He gets the ball, looks up. He's got 5 defenders in front of him, and he takes the tackle. So Brisbane now nice and steady. They'll have to work their way out of their own end. Gold Coast have worked their way back into the game after it was all Brisbane in the first 10 to 15 minutes. So Gold Coast with the ball. And just rumble upfield through their number 10, and that's Cody Bates, who takes the hit up, goes to their 7. The pass looked a little bit suspect, and he's lost the ball. He's gone offloaded. Referee says no. The Gold Coast player says to the touch he had here that he was passing it. Unfortunately, the referee's made his decision. He's not going to change it now. And Brisbane survive, and they get to, and they're 40 metres out on the first tackle. Brisbane, they're getting a little bit of a roll on. Goes to their halfback. He's feigns to pass it to the 4. Brent Barnes, who was also in great form for Brisbane yesterday. And it goes to their 13 this time. And he is monstered to the ground as they go out. It's number 6, which is Cody Hunter, involved in everything so far. And here they go. The 15 goes to the blind side. Yeah, he got the penalty. He got the penalty, exactly what he needed. Fortunately, the Gold Coast player hurt in the previous tackle before the penalty, lying on the ground on the far side. And we're 7 minutes and 15 seconds before the halftime break. In the halftime break, Brisbane, they went in now, they'd be leading 10-6, but we still got 7 minutes of football. Well, depending on the amount of injury time that elapses through the injured Gold Coast player. So we'll wait and see. He's up on his feet now. Trainer walks away. He said he's going to stay on the field. He's going to push him out to a wing position. Referee says, let's get back. We want to see action. That's what we're here for. We're here to see some good quality rugby league, and that's what we've seen so far from Brisbane and the Gold Coast in this under-20s clash. And a charge to the 12. He offloads over the top. It gets to the 13, making the way upfield. Gold Coast defence holding on too long, so they're going to have to do some more defending. Fains to do a quick tap. He was a bell to do, thinking they were right up into his face. So Brisbane now attacking the line, and they're 5 metres out from the try line on the first tackle. They've had a few penalties, a lot of defence for the Gold Coast team, and it goes to their number 10, who's now only 2 metres out from the try line. They swing it out. 6 throws a great ball out wide, out to number 5. Is he in the far corner? The touch judge hasn't put the flag up. So if he hasn't put the flag up, the referee says that's a try in the far corner, and that's a try to Brisbane's number 5. And I'll just try and find out who the 5 is. The 5 is Jackson Knott on the far side. Had a great game yesterday, and Brisbane now 14 with a kick to come. Gold Coast are 6, and I'm joined now in commentary by Mitch Kent. Welcome, Mitch.
Thanks, Bomber. Nice to be here, mate. How you going?
Yeah, good, thanks. So what have you seen in the first bit? Brisbane been very strong so far.
They have been very strong. It's going to be interesting to see how they pull out for the second half. As we saw in Game 1 Friday night, they tended to relax a bit in the second half, so hopefully they can keep their momentum strong for the second half.
Yeah, exactly there. That game you mentioned about, they went into halftime break 26-0 up and slackened off in the second half, and Ipswich got all the points in the second half, 3 converted tries to go down 26-18. So Brisbane once again very strong in the first half here against Gold Coast, as we have the number 4 kicks it into the win. Unfortunately, doesn't have the accuracy. So now with 4 minutes to go to the halftime break, it's scoreboard's got Gold Coast 10, but I'm sure the score is 14-6. So
I think you're correct there, Bomber.
14-6. So with only 4 minutes to half time, both teams now looking to go into the break. Gold Coast obviously looking for a try before the half-time break. They'd rather go in 14-10 as a big kick-off, and Brisbane collect the ball right on their try line, and they rumble their way upfield. They're 20 metres now out from their own try line. He gets up, plays the ball, and another hard running forward makes his way up now. They're 25 metres out from the halfway line. In tackle number 2, very slow in the play of the ball. The referee allowing to lay on a little bit longer than normal. As long as he's consistent, that's all we ask, consistency. And they play the ball, and Brisbane now tackle 3, I believe, just short of halfway. The ball comes out. I think it's going to be a kick, and it is. It's kicked downfield. It's a big kick. Looks like it might go out on the full. No, it's bounced. It's taken a right-hand turn. The Gold Coast fullback is caught in goal, and what an impressive set of 6 with a great kick at the end, Mitch.
They found their way down the field. It was a great attacking set, and the halfback's been very impressive with Corey Hertigan with the big bomb up, and, yeah, great line defence.
Yeah, like we've seen yesterday, we saw 2 or 3 tries by letting the ball bounce. The football, it doesn't bounce end over end and go forward there. It bounces left and right too. So Brisbane now will get another attacking raid, and they get the ball 40 metres out from the try line, and they rumble upfield now. And now they're only 30 metres out with a full set of 6 on the Gold Coast line. So can they hold out? So 14 points to 6 here at Brandon Park at South Acacia Ridge in this 4X Chairman's Challenge clash between Brisbane and the Gold Coast, with Brisbane having the upper hand to lift it up into the air. They've got to put him down nice and safely, otherwise there will be a penalty, and they did. They come around the back, it goes to their fullback. Tyler Hand pulls it out, and what's he going to... Oh, no, he's ruled knock on from Brisbane there. Might have got away with one there.
Yeah, I think they were a bit lucky there. I think the 6 from the Gold Coast was looking for the one-on-one on the line, but, yeah, unfortunately knock on Brisbane.
Yeah, so that was Tyler Hand, who was in great form for Gold Coast yesterday. He's instrumental in a lot of their tries, so a lot of the play goes through him.
He's also got that really good kicking game, doesn't he, Bomber? You can see, I think the first kick today, he nailed it from the sideline, and that's pretty impressive for a 5'8", so yes. Yeah,
in very good form. The ball goes into the scrum. It's going to held there. Once it goes past the second row's foot, as soon as they hold it in, the ref will now call break. So you can't hold the ball into the scrum and get the other team offside. I learnt that at a conference from Shane Hayne a couple of weeks ago.
Is that in Ipswich?
In Ipswich, yeah.
Beautiful Ipswich, yes. Yeah. It's great to have Shane Hayne on board and helping out our community grassroots clubs.
Yeah, especially the referees, and also helped a lot of the coaches, because the A-grade competitions around the place are now played under the NRL rules, of 6 to go, and different rules that have been introduced. So ball goes to Hand, kicks it downfield. They let it bounce. It goes end over end, this one, but Brisbane have to ruck their way out. It's Pamove Yana who is whacked back, but he's not whacked back all the way into the in-goal area now. We've got 12 seconds till half-time, so Brisbane have just got to hold on the ball, do nothing silly at the moment. As the scoreboard ticks down, this will be the last play of the first half. And there's the halftime siren, a very funny halftime siren here at South, but got the point across. The referee heard it and will now go into the break. 14 points to Brisbane, 6 to the Gold Coast. And how did you see the first half, Mitch?
Oh, very impressive by the Brisbane team, but I still wouldn't be ruling out the Gold Coast. As we know, they're quite impressive from their performance yesterday over Ipswich Diggers. I don't think it's over yet. I think Gold Coast might come back, and they've got plenty of points still in them.
Yeah, it was the very first half. Gold Coast started very strong. I mean, Brisbane started very strong. Gold Coast worked their way into it, and we go into the halftime break at 14-6 now. We'll just go for a short break, and we'll catch you very shortly in the second half. So welcome back to Brandon Park for the second half of our under-20 Chairman's Challenge clash, with the halftime score favouring the Brisbane side 14. Gold Coast 6, Anthony Bomber Breeze commentating here with Mitch Kent. And Gold Coast, they need to get off to a good start in this second half to be any chance of winning the Chairman's Challenge at all. So there's a lot of talk, as you can hear so far, by the Gold Coast defence. And they must be the next team to score at 14-6 down. Game played in 2 30-minute halves. So Gold Coast's first use of the ball. They're going back. He's going for a 40-20 with the Breeze. It's a great looking kick for a 40-20. The ball bounces, and that is an absolute classic. It's a 40-20. It's about a 45. It's about 5 metres out. What a great kick and what a great start by the Brisbane side, Mitch.
Was that number 6? Was that Tyler Hahn?
No, I think it was the 7 this time.
I was impressive. I think it was the first 40-20 we've seen this weekend.
Yeah, I do believe so. All games yesterday. There was a couple yesterday that went for it. They just missed out. One in the Ipswich game was about a metre short. But this is what Brisbane wanted, not what Gold Coast wanted, and they've got to hold out now. So they're 10 metres out from the try line. Goes to the 7, onto the 12. He gets a one arm, and the referee says that's a knock on. He looked over to the touch judge, and I think the touch judge might have given him the call, and Gold Coast survived, Mitch. Very good defensive there for a couple of tackles.
Yeah, that's correct. I think Pez would be quite happy with his team's line defence for the Gold Coast. And as we'll see them now, feed the scrum and work their way out of their own 20.
They certainly will. Long ball. They're going wide, and the try scorer for the Gold Coast team. Oh, he's got caught over there. His head whiplashed back. It was caught by the collar of the jersey, just under the jersey. So another little half a metre of pace, and he might have been away, but unfortunately he was pulled down short. Now Gold Coast have lopped the ball. Brisbane have picked it up, and they're only now 25 metres out from the try line and the first tackle. So Brisbane give Gold Coast a chance. They didn't really take it. They went to go wide early, made some great ground, but then they've lost the ball. So the ball out through the back line. Brisbane now not penetrating that hard at the line. A few decoy runs. Nothing's really happened. They play the ball, comes out, goes to their 6, who is Cody Hunter.
Knock back.
The ball goes backwards into the hands of their 3, Jermaine Bolsey. It's the last tackle, and his kick was charged down, but it's made it right out, and their 7, 6 actually, Tyler Hand gets the ball. He gets up a little bit gingerly in the tackle.
Looks like he seems to be holding his arm.
Yeah, he's holding his arm by his side. There he goes down to his haunches now as the first aid officer makes their way out to see whether he can continue in the game and what the injury is. So now Brisbane with a big win behind them. Gold Coast just didn't quite use it in the first half like they should have, and currently it's 14-6. They're going to have to put a big kick in. The Breeze has held it up, so the 5, a great take by Jackson Knott, and a great run back by Jackson Knott. Nearly gets his way through. He got halfway through the gap, but he was pulled down, and here come the Brisbane side on a bad pass. Couple of times they've got down. There's some sloppy play down towards the end.
I think they've just been a bit too confident. They need to shorten their passes and be looking at their back rows, hitting the edges there.
Yeah, well, we've only been going 4 minutes and they're trying to score spectacular tries. They've just got to slow it down, Brisbane. If they score the next try, the game could be over. But anyway, they've dropped the ball. They've given it back to the Gold Coast, and now Gold Coast have got to do all the hard work running into a Breeze. As you've seen by the last kick, we'll see how far this kick goes. And hasn't gone that far at all, and they both just let it run into touch. And the Gold Coast players not overly happy with the with the touch judge on this far side. So,
well, there's definitely plenty of energy on the field. We can't argue that.
well, it was a poor kick. I think the touch judge, what they were arguing, the touch judge had called him offside from the kick. So, you know, the players, they always think they're onside there. The camera tells another story sometimes. As Brisbane make their way upfield, and this is another chance. They've had 3 chances down here, and the ball's gone to the ground on several occasions, but they're just going to ruck it a little bit easier. Nice defence by Gold Coast, nice solid defence. And Brisbane have it, working their way up. Another play towards the posts. They're about 15 metres out. Last tackle. Comes out, Brisbane. He puts the grubber kick through. Oh. And it bounces up and goes over the dead ball line. Gold Coast survive. Good defence, Mitch, by the Gold Coast team.
Yeah, most definitely. As we said, second half they've been quite impressive with their line defence, and I think that was a great kick. It was just a bit too extra on the line there, so we'll see how Gold Coast look to get out of their own half now.
Well, the only way they're going to get out of their own half is some hard rucks, because that wind into their face, you've seen by the last 2 kicks, which have been very poor, and this is going to help them get out of the half. A penalty for holding down too long. So you've seen by the kicks on the 5th tackle that haven't gone that far at all on both occasions. So higher the ball gets up there, the more it's going to float, so they're going to have to hit it at a lower trajectory and a little bit harder. So Gold Coast now over the halfway line, about 35 metres out. They'll have a full set of 6. They can get a try here now, a converted try. It's 14-12, and we've still got 23 minutes to go in the game. So game's not over by any means for either side.
No, Bomber, and as for the Chairman's Challenge, as we know, the points go from winning a half, the second half in the game. So Brisbane already have the 2 points, winning the second half, but Gold Coast need to be making sure they get up in the second half to be potential Chairman's Challenge under 20 premiers.
So they're looking for try number 2. Gold Coast, it goes out to the back. Oh, they've dropped the ball. It's picked up. And has he got enough pace? I'm not sure he has got enough pace. He kicked the ball infield. He's got Jermaine Bailey down there, and it's the 21 for Gold Coast that rescues the day. I'm not sure sometimes they just want to score a spectacular try. Throws the ball and it's forward. The ball has gone forward. And Gold Coast had snuffed the try out, but then a forward pass has given a ball back to Brisbane, and now they're 30 metres out from the try line on the attack again. Not what Gold Coast were after.
As we can see here, we have the number 7 for Brisbane, Corey Hergen, just setting up his players on the outside, so hopefully he hooks up with William Bolland, and who's that coming into the back row lock position in the scrum now? They're set to the left side, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
Here we go. This is a great ball. I haven't got the 18. It might have been McGilly. It was McGilly. Goes to their 17, Leonard Burns, who takes another ruck. That's tackle 2. They go back down the far side to number 12. Breaks the first tackle. Unfortunately, couldn't break the second tackle. Now only 5 metres out. Brisbane looking to try and put this game out of Gold Coast's reach, Brisbane. So they're up quick out wide. They had to come back in. He stepped off the right. And they're still 5 metres out from the try line. 15 from dummy half. He looks to get over, very strong. I think he did get over the line, but he just didn't get the ball down. The referee says, no, you haven't got it down. And they pushed him back about 30 centimetres from the try line. He's got his hand up to 5th tackle. What's going to happen? They rush up quick. A great ball from the 8. He gets it out to the 4 out wide. And the 4 out wide, which... I
believe that is Jude Salhunda.
Jude Sahunda, that's Jude Sahunda's second try for Brisbane, and now they're 18 with a kick to come. Gold Coast 6, so some great ball movement out there, some great passes, Mitch, to score that try out wide.
Yeah, most definitely. It was a bit questionable on the front row there, passing right to left, but he got there to the winger, or the centre, sorry, and yeah, Brisbane in for more points.
So you trying to insinuate that front rowers shouldn't pass the ball, or...?
Oh, parking's okay. Don't give him a kicking licence. That's all I'll say.
All right. So Brisbane now 18 with a kick to come. Let's move back to if Gold Coast win this half. So if Gold Coast win this half and they all end up on the same points, what happens then?
I believe then it goes on for and against, which will be very interesting with both score lines on Friday night and yesterday being quite excessive of points, and then we'll go to tries, I believe.
Well, you're the stats guru, so it'll be all up to you to decide if Gold Coast were to win this second half, and currently they're not. That was the first try of the second half, so 4-0 in the second half to Brisbane. So very windy. He's going to have to aim that out right of the goalpost and get the wind to swing it back through. He hits it. It's basically only a chip. Holds up in the breeze. He probably would have went over with a little bit more oomph, but
This is when you've got to be looking for the toe poke. They got mighty power behind them. Good old Mal Meninga.
Mick Cronin back in my day, a little bit older than you. Mick Cronin, Eric Sims. Eric Sims is probably before my day. So, but anyway,
I think it's going to be quite vital, the number 9 here for the Gold Coast. He's been very talkative the whole game and whole weekend, and I think he's a key for the defensive for the Gold Coast.
Well, it's 18-6 now, 2 converted tries to Brisbane. So a draw will be enough. So let's see what happens. Brisbane, they're rumbling upfield. It's only the second tackle, and they've held them down too long. And a penalty, not what Gold Coast wanted, because they're going to kick for touch with the heavy breeze, and they're going to be possibly 30 metres out from the try line by the time they tap the ball. A little bit further out, probably 35 metres out, attacking the Gold Coast line. So a try now here would be absolute disaster, and that was number 3, Bolsey, making a hit up down the far side. No, Ballsy's on this side of the 18 actually. So comes out to the 7 onto their 17. He's only 5 metres out now. Can they put it to bed here? The Brisbane Red side, he's over the try line. Referee right there and says, no, you haven't got it down. Some great defence got underneath the ball. So he'll rush back out 10 metres out. Wait for the referee to say play the ball. Wait for the markers to get there. Play on. So it's about the 3rd tackle. They go down the blind side. It goes to the 7. He gets it on inside to lead runner who charges.
Oh.
And as he got there, he's got referee says he has.
Excellent.
Great try. It looks like he wasn't going to get there. It was the big number 8 in Duane Ravaru that scores a try. And wasn't that a great try?
Oh, what an impact player. He's just been impressive the whole game today. As you saw then, he was almost pulling short, but he just leg power just got him over the line there, and it's got the Brisbane to a strong lead now, with Gold Coast yet to score a point in the second half.
Yeah, so that try now taking him to 22-6 with a kick to come. So the kick, not a very hard kick, so they'll probably move out to 24-6 and an 18-point breakdown. I think that's probably a little bit far for Gold Coast to come back. There's still time on the clock, but second half they haven't really troubled the defence of the Brisbane side. So we've still got 16 minutes to go in this game. So Brisbane just regrouping on the halfway line. Waterrunner bringing the coaches' instructions out. I'm sure it would just be settle down, play our rucks, get the ball down to this field. The conversion is successful, and now that's 24 to the Brisbane side and only 6 to Gold Coast. So what do Gold Coast have to do now to get themselves back in the game, Mitch?
Oh, I think their instructions that have been coming out are just complete their sets, punch through the middle. Their forwards have been quite impressive. They're a decent sized pack, so I'll be looking at them and just keeping that short ball safe.
So Gold Coast kick off. They need a try, and they need a try definitely in the next 5 minutes. but they need the ball back in this end of the field. As Brisbane have been getting out of the field quite easy with some hard runs or a penalty. So Gold Coast just have to contain them for the set of 6, and then hope for an error earlier or a charge down to get the ball back. And Brisbane, all they got to do is just march their way upfield, and that's exactly what they're doing. And that's a great run out wide by the head-geared player. And now they're coming back out, and it goes to the big 17 for Brisbane in Leonard Burns.
Right. Here we go.
Here they go. They've got the overlap. Unfortunately, Gold Coast player got in between him and the winger, so the ball couldn't get to the winger. It's a last tackle. Very breezy. I'm sure the bomb's going to go up. And the ball goes to their 6th, who puts a big bomb up.
Oh.
And the 6th, Tyler Hand, who was trying to get the ball, got taken out. And Gold Coast received the penalty.
Kick for touch here. Not a bad
Left footer, so it curled around.
20-metre kick, not bad.
Yeah, into this breeze, as you can hear in the headphones mic. So we're 13 minutes before the end of this clash, and it looks very much likely that Gold Coast are going to take this clash and take the Chairman's Challenge. They're leading 24 points to 6 as we're right on the halfway line. And the 13 for Gold Coast, he punches it up. Been very impressed with him. He played very good yesterday, and he's got a very high workload. So they've come wide, and the 11 makes a great gap. Moves out to 24.
Nick Barnes running.
He palms it, gets up to the fullback there, gets the ball out, and this is Gold Coast's chance to score their second try.
Sorry, Bomber. Brent Barnes.
Brent Barnes. Definitely a Barnes. Over to the 19. He shrugs off 1, shrugs off 2, gets his legs pumping, pulled down 5 metres short. A quick play the ball. They go down the blind side. Oh, and it's the 3 out wide, Jack Ward. He just snatched at the ball.
He's not happy with himself. He knew that was on there.
And that was what Brisbane needed, not what Gold Coast needed. Gold Coast needed a try. And he snatched at it when he should have just let the ball come into his bread basket and passed off his winger, and they were a good chance that they would have scored, but unfortunately the ball goes to ground, and Brisbane survive with 12 and a half minutes here remaining.
I'd love to see the number 24 from the Gold Coast, Brent Barnes, get more involved. He's been quite dangerous the entire weekend. His size is second to none as a centre, and he's got that pace as well. So I'd love to see him get more involved here, and maybe we get the opportunity here now with the scrum happening.
Yeah, he was very impressive yesterday there. Brad Talon, very impressed with him, and so was I. Made some very hard-running charges out wide, very difficult to pull down. The Ipswich Diggers defence just couldn't quite handle him yesterday, and he ran a little bit of ride out wide. He hasn't really run right today, but we know what he can do with ball in hand. Here's Gold Coast chance with Brisbane losing it on the second tackle, and they've got a bit of a play move, a great move. And
I've jinxed him.
And the commentators curse. As soon as you talk up a player on how good he's been playing, what he's been doing, what happens? The ball goes to ground, and that's exactly what happened. He's put it down just as the defence was about to converge on him. So Brisbane now have the ball, and it's reefed out, yeah. There was hands on the ball. You could tell by the action the Gold Coast players aren't really remonstrating with the referee. They know that that's what the problem was. And Brisbane now get the penalty, a kick into touch. Very heavy breeze now. Luckily we got zip ties on the mark over the top of us. So Brisbane now rumble their way upfield, and they're 5 metres short of the halfway line. Brisbane, they don't have to do anything spectacular. They lead by 3 converted tries, so they've got those safely in the hand.
I think Scott Trunk would be very happy with it.
Great ball inside to the 8, who charges downfield. Is a field goal coming up here shortly, Mitch? 18 ahead, 19 ahead, the game's over. 18, it's probably over, but is a field goal coming?
I think they'll just be happy to keep running with the punches right now, and as you can see here, they're going out to the right. Good ball, good line. And the 11's over.
The 11 scores the try, Charlie Kwok's son Baker, but his name goes down on the sheet as the try scorer. But the fellow who set it up, Cody Hunter, it was his ball. The try scorer ran into the gap, but Hunter gave a perfect ball onto Barker, and he crashes over beside the post, extending the lead now out to Brisbane 28. Gold Coast 6 with a kick to come. So it's all over now, isn't it, Mitch?
It is, and I think it's a big credit to Rugby League Brisbane now with the new under-20s competition that's been implemented in 21, as we see majority of these boys either running in the under-20s competition or there's a few of them even running for the A-grade team. So it's, yeah, very impressive. But I think, yeah, it's credit to the competition. It shows the strength. And we're here at Souths today who are also participating in the competition. So, yeah, competitions are great overall.
So the fellow who set the try up, Cody Hunter, puts the ball over. He created the try. He kicked the goal. And now the Brisbane side have raced away to 30, Gold Coast 6. And we're just on 9 minutes remaining in this Chairman's Challenge under-20 clash here at South Acacia Ridge at Brandon Park. So not long to go before Brisbane. They will be crowned the winners, the champions of the under-20 competition, and they've been very good. They played one bad half against Ipswich, but they've really turned it on today against a strong Gold Coast team, which accounted for Ipswich quite easily. So Brisbane now making their way out of their own in-goal area into the field of play. Sorry, he put the ball into the field of play, moving to 30 metres out from his try line. They're now 35 out from the try line. It's just forward ruck after forward ruck now. Their front rower had the first one, their other front rower had the second one, then the first front rower, he's put his hand back up and said, yeah, give it to me again. Bad play the ball. The referee's going to say, no, that's not how they play the ball. Once it bounces up, it becomes an incomplete play the ball. And now we will have ourselves a scrum. So we've got 7 minutes left in the under-20s clash. Brisbane 30, Gold Coast 6. I'm not sure too many people saw this score coming. It was predicted to be a very tight game, but when one team's on and the other team's not, that's what happens. And the Brisbane have been on, Gold Coast have been off, basically. So they go the blind side, and this is the man we're talking about for Barnes. He's been very well wrapped up by the three, who's got a little bit
too slow to get up there.
Jermaine,
quick tap hit.
Jermaine Bowles, he's been all over him. The ball's dropped back again by Gold Coast. Fellow who dropped the great run by the one.
He's missed his mark there. And the winger takes it in goal.
The winner takes it in goal. I'm not sure what the referee's going to rule here. There was knock-ons, there was drops, but he's going to rule that the ball was grounded in the in-goal area by the Brisbane team, and it will be a dropout. So a try bombed by the Gold Coast team. Josh Monkton making a great gap up the middle. He just had to get the pass inside. Unfortunately, it was the one-arm pass that he just went to ground, but unfortunately Brisbane couldn't pick it up either because Gold Coast was kicked through and no try. So a dropout now, and Gold Coast get a 50 out. So they're 35 metres out from the try line, Gold Coast. Can they get over the try line and add a little bit of respectability to the score? It's
a penalty.
30-6 at the moment. Brisbane not afraid to give some penalties away now. They know a converted try is not going to hurt them really on the scoreboard. Currently, as it reads, 30-6 in favour of the Brisbane side. So, can they get over for their second try? The Brisbane defence has been very strong all day. As you can see by the score, only one try allowed. They try a little bit of a background movement, and that is just too easy there. We were just saying how good their defence was, and it was great hole running by their number 11.
Yeah, very impressive line there. He's been confident all day, and he's been running that line, and unfortunately being cut by the defence there. But this time it was perfect. You couldn't run that any better there. But it's as you said, Bomber. Brisbane defence has been quite strong. However, the Gold Coast have been got to give credit where it's due. They've just kept running with the punches, kept their heads up, and continue to play football.
Yeah, we've had the whole weekend. It's been played in great spirits by all teams. So we've had no sin bins at all. So hopefully in the next 2 games we don't have any sin bins either.
Touch wood. Commentator's curse. We've just said that before, Bomber.
So Gold Coast trailing now by 10 points to 30. Their halfback 7, Nelson Ewing, puts the ball across the face with the wind. Didn't allow for the wind, which is blowing it across the face of goal. So the score remains 30 points to 10. We're just over 4 minutes remaining here in the Under-20 Chairman's Challenge clash. Final clash for the Under-20 age group before Brisbane, who are 30 at the moment, Gold Coast 10. Brisbane, they will be crowned the Under-20 champions for 2021. So Brisbane now to kick off. I'm sure it's going to go deep. Goes high and deep. And Gold Coast collect the ball. They still got a little bit of run in them. I know another try would be good for the scoreboard for them. Brisbane defending strongly, like we said before, just as we said that. The hole was opened up, and the 11.
He's got the offload out here.
Running.
There we go, short
A little bit of an overlap, and here's Barnes down the sideline, the 24, comes to the fullback. They get it inside to the 21, and he's whacked backwards. Might have hurt himself a little bit there. The 21 for Gold Coast gets up to play the ball and then collapses back. His leg was buckled under in the tackle. Puts a kick across.
Oh, unlucky bounce there. And finds touch.
And an unlucky bounce out wide. Otherwise, Josh Evans on the far side would have been in for his second try. Very impressive yesterday. Hadn't seen much of the ball in this second half of the game. We've got 2.5 minutes remaining as the winger, if you've seen it, a little bit wide, just got buckled in the tackle and it's gone down injury. His knee was just pushed to the left, so the referee will jog across, talk to the first aid official to see how bad the injury is, whether they can get him off the field quick or whether he's going to continue in the game. They're going to get him up. Looks like he's going to hobble off the field. He's hobbling straight across the field. The referee hasn't made him walk around the field like Brett Morris last night. Did you see in that game? Very serious injury.
Very awful to watch, wasn't it? And Lindsay Collins as well. As a Queensland, it's hard to see, but also the Morris brother. It wasn't great to see. And what a soldier he is. Opted not to get the Medicab around the field. He wanted to walk, so that's just shows how strong the boys are.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure too many people would have a bad word to say about the Morris boys. They play the game very tough. The only person might be Brad Talon, who has turned up. He's finally turned up after his game of golf this morning. Obviously, it wasn't a very good round, turning up late. So we're just about to get back into action here, and we're going to see just over 1 minute more of action here in the Under-20 clash. With the current score, Brisbane 30, Gold Coast 10.
Oh, so strong impact.
A great whack by the try scorer there, the 11. Lanky individual, but great hole running, and he obviously can hit. So can Gold Coast end off with the last 2 tries of this Under-20 Chairman's Challenge clash? The ball goes out. Put the kick through early. The Brisbane fella has hit it, but the fullback for Brisbane, can he get out? And he can. Great run. He caught the ball. He had to get back in because it had hit the Brisbane player's foot, and William Boland collected in the in-goal area, and he's made it just into the field of play. So great effort by the fullback by the Brisbane side. So We've got 15 seconds, so I'm sure Gold Coast probably not going to touch the ball again in this under 20 clash. It's only the third tackle, 6 seconds to go. This will possibly be the last play, depending on how quick he gets up to play the ball. If he takes his time, there is the hooter, and the referee says that's full time in this last clash of the under 20s, with Brisbane 30 defeating Gold Coast 10, and they will now be crowned the under 20 Chairman's Challenge premiers. How did you see that game, Mitch?
Oh, it was a fantastic game. I don't think the scoreline really demonstrated the game. However, Brisbane, very strong and deserved the win and deserved the title of Chairman Challenge winners for 21.
So as the players embrace out here, the presentations will take place very shortly. We'll just have a short break and we'll be back in action here very shortly in our next clash. Was an open grade clash between Gold Coast and Brisbane Red. We'll talk to you very shortly.